There's a new button in ChatGPT that connects directly to your bank account, and millions of people are already clicking it. OpenAI just launched the feature yesterday for subscribers who pay $200 a month, ChatGPT Pro users in the United States, and it does exactly what it sounds like. The AI can now read your checking account balance, your credit card transactions, every subscription you forgot to cancel, and every dollar you spent last month on takeout. This isn't a leak or a hack. It's a feature. And the scale is staggering. OpenAI says 200 million people already ask ChatGPT about money every month, budgeting questions, investment advice, tips on cutting spending. Until yesterday, those answers were completely generic, because the AI had no idea what you actually earn or spend. Now it can see the real numbers. The mechanism is a partnership with Plaid, the financial data platform that acts as a bridge between banks and apps. Plaid connects to more than 12,000 financial institutions across the United States: Chase, Schwab, Fidelity, Robinhood, American Express, Capital One. When you link your account through ChatGPT, you're giving the AI read-only access to transaction histories, account balances, active subscriptions, and investment portfolios. Read-only means ChatGPT can't move your money or make purchases. It can only watch. But that's the part that should make you stop and think, because your spending history is one of the most revealing datasets that exists about you. It knows where you eat, what you buy when you're stressed, whether you're seeing a therapist, if you donated to a political campaign, how much you spent on dating apps last year. Financial transactions are a more accurate journal than anything you'd ever write yourself. And you're handing that journal to an AI that has already been flagged by Canadian privacy regulators for collecting too much personal data while developing ChatGPT. What does ChatGPT actually do with this access? OpenAI says it builds you a dashboard, spending breakdowns, upcoming payments, portfolio performance. You can ask it to analyze your habits, flag wasteful subscriptions, or help you decide if you can afford a house. The AI is supposed to give personalized advice instead of generic tips, because now it knows your real financial situation. For someone paying $200 a month for ChatGPT Pro, that might sound useful. But here's the friction. Security experts have spent years warning people never to paste bank statements or tax returns into AI chatbots, specifically because of risks around data retention, model training, and documented leaks. A study earlier this year found that 43% of people have pasted sensitive financial information into ChatGPT without realizing the risks. Now OpenAI is building that behavior directly into the product. The company promises you have control over your data and can disconnect your bank accounts at any time. But disconnect doesn't mean delete. It doesn't clarify whether your transaction history gets used to train future models. It doesn't explain how long the data sits on OpenAI's servers after you unlink. And it doesn't answer the bigger architectural question: if 200 million people are already asking ChatGPT about money every month, and a fraction of them link real accounts, OpenAI will have access to one of the largest datasets of personal financial behavior ever assembled by a private company. That's not a product feature. That's a new kind of infrastructure. The irony is hard to miss. For years, financial advisors and personal finance apps have tried to get people to link their bank accounts for spending analysis and budgeting tools. Apps like Mint, Inab, and Personal Capital built entire businesses on this model, using Plaid as the same underlying connector. Most of those apps struggled to reach mass adoption. ChatGPT already has 200 million people asking it about money every month. It didn't need to convince anyone that AI could help with finance; they were already there, typing questions into the chatbot. OpenAI just had to flip a switch and give the AI access to the data it needed to answer accurately. What changes after this? If you're a ChatGPT Pro subscriber and you link your accounts, you'll get advice that's specific to your actual financial situation instead of generic rules. You'll see your spending visualized in ways that might genuinely help you save money or spot patterns you missed. You might catch a subscription you didn't know was still running. But you'll also be trusting an AI, one that has had privacy violations, that operates in a legal gray zone around data retention, and that has no track record in financial services, with the most intimate dataset you produce. The spending data that shows not just what you earn, but what you value, what you're ashamed of, and what you'd never say out loud. OpenAI says this feature will eventually roll out to lower-tier subscribers and possibly to the free version. That means the 200 million people who already ask ChatGPT about money every month could all become part of this dataset. The question that nobody's answering yet is what happens when an AI company knows more about how Americans spend money than any bank, any credit bureau, or any government agency. And whether we'll even notice when that line gets crossed.